this one. Two prolific offenses, Brent, going head-to-head. What was the best offensive team you ever played for?
Well, the fun I had, Kevin, and enjoyed the most was in Seattle for the Supersonics. Now we're going to have to explain to some of the kids who that is.
Who they are.
But I think the most efficient and the most programmed offense certainly was in San Antonio for Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs, having the anchor Tim Duncan down on the block.
The Seattle Supersonics. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Game. And James throws it down.
Now that looks easy. Two of the easier points for LeBron James in this ball game.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Morris with the bucket.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot. A lot more consistent.
George against James. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Uncovered at the rim, finding crack stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game.
James at the line for two.
The first one falls.
Size and speed and force of LeBron James is something to behold, and he just seems to be getting better and better. That is scary.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And both free throws good for LeBron. Pass to Davis. 6 to shoot. Fires the three. Davis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just another example.
In terms of getting his teammates involved.
Here's Leonard. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Leonard did a good job, read the defense, and then finds a soft spot in the mid-range.
Now here's James. We saw him with 29 points last game. And good that time.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter.
That shot missing. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. LeBron dishes to Davis. That one goes in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lakers leading by 8. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Shamet Leonard are on the wings. Morris is out there with Jermichael Green, and it's Jackson in at the 1. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up, especially the closer you can sit to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athletes.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First free throw is good. Jackson hits both of them.
Now you could tell he's feeling.
Good work defensively by Morris. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about Jermichael Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman, has traveled around, really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
And the pass to Morris. This is to Jackson. Back to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
Beat you with a variety of moves.
Here's Waiters. Yes, that goes in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistent.
Here's Leonard. Goes back up. Shoots over Kuzma. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. First one falls for. J.R. Smith's checked in for Waiters. George is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Reggie Jackson. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're getting...
And a miss there on the triple. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors. And it's George finishing it off.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
And James throws it down. No. Smith scanning the floor. Over Beverly, and the Lakers tack on two more.
JR still has some shaky, shifty handles. That time rips through the defense with his ball handling.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Drills the elbow jumper. Leonard's got 6. Dubats. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. It's between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. George double teamed. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now.
Knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player. That's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. First free throw is good. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Leonard. He doesn't get the second one.
There and contests, and that's just enough.
Passes it to Caruso. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Green against Jackson. Pass to Zubats. George looking over the floor. From deep. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. LeBron passes to Davis. He dishes it to Morris. Back to Davis. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game. Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up.
And again, the Lakers no good. Jackson down low, lays it up off the glass.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And Waiters, here we go. Banked in off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 7. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Smith kicks to Waiters. Drops in the layup for 2.
And he prefers to have the ball in his hands to break down. Really, the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
That one good for 2. And it's 6 points for Reggie Jackson. And here's Caldwell-Pope. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. finds Smith. And again, the Lakers, no good. Clippers trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time.
The sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body, so some free throws coming up right now.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Paul George. At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
Timeout called, the Lakers. They lead by 5. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Kawhi Leonard. That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Lakers, Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Effort coming, and not enough time for them to get back in it.
And here are the Clippers now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Davis finds Caldwell Pope. And here is LeBron. And so the Lakers take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did, come out of that timeout and never look back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.